Hello, my name is Laura Toole. I'm Director of Communications and Public Involvement for WSP in the Northeast region.
Hello, I'm Kevin Gilson. I manage design visualization services for the Visualization and Data Intelligence Group at WSP.
Kevin and I are here today to talk to you about some traditional and innovative techniques for communications and public involvement in WSP projects across the country. And the first one we're going to talk to you about is the Interstate Bridge Replacement Program between Washington and Oregon. It's what was known as the Columbia River Bridge crossing, now the Interstate Bridge. And an open house was conducted virtually, as well as an interactive survey. If you went to the project's website, this is exactly the pop-up you would see inviting you to the open house. Here is the open house homepage. And one of the things that happened is that we created a survey using MetroQuest. MetroQuest is an application that WSP has a subscription to. So we offer this to our clients at no cost except labor. We created 9 different languages for this MetroQuest survey to be attentive to equity issues in the project area. We were able to get 9,000 responses, which is tremendous survey response, as well as 300 of those surveys through the help of neighborhood groups in 8 of those different languages. Here is the entrance to the survey. MetroQuest offers 5 different kinds of screens and is very user-friendly. And here it shows you the 3 different areas that we're focused on in the survey. Of course, we did an analysis which ranked the issues among how many participants were responsive to the survey. Here's a number of fact sheets that were created in different languages about the bridge program. These fact sheets were available not only on the website, but were printed and distributed throughout the program area. We create a demographic map, which tells us the communities and languages that are important to have to make sure full communication is possible. And now Kevin is going to take you through a number of projects throughout the country.
Hello, I wanted to first show a simple example of the kind of technology that I'm going to demonstrate now. A room that allows users to access boards that link to different presentation examples of different technologies. And I wanted to show a few of those to you. The first is a online meeting room that we developed for Houston Metro.
Hello, I'm Tom Lambert, Metro's President and CEO. I'm excited to welcome you to the first of many Inter-Katy public meetings.
This is just a simple model of a 3D room with boards, much like what you would see in a typical public meeting. Those boards allow you to access video, as you saw before, or different types of information about the project, maps, in this case, a regional map showing potential station locations and areas around the corridor. You could also have boards which access outside information like websites and access to email commenting. This next example was developed for the Jacksonville Transportation Authority.
Hello, I'm Nat Ford, CEO of the Jacksonville Transportation Authority, and welcome to our virtual boardroom here at the JRTC.
As you heard, this was a 3D model of the Jacksonville boardroom, developed in 3D with interactive pano views, which allow users to access links to videos, and in this case, an interactive map showing the overall corridor for the U2C project. Links would allow you to go to different station locations and look at information about the design of the station itself and development around the station. The map would also allow users to link to virtual reality tours of potential future station locations. Here we're seeing the Rosa Parks station in the future. There were also several stations that allowed you to access other types of information. In this case, it was a series of presentations around transit-oriented design, including a set of case studies of other projects of similar scale to the U2C project. And then on the way out, users could stop and fill out a questionnaire, make comments about the project and the presentation of the project. This linked directly to the website, and this information was captured in comment sense for use by the project team. This next example was a model developed for the California High-Speed Rail Authority, showing potential future station designs, what the area around the stations and what the inside of the stations would look like using, again, virtual reality panel technology. Users are able to look around in different locations and access information describing station features and some of the amenities in the station. Here we've gone up to the high-speed rail platform. There's a map that allows the user to jump to different locations and, again, access links that give them different types of information about the station and the program. And next, we want to talk about the Walk Bridge program. Laura?
The Walk Bridge program is a combination of 6 projects revolving around the replacement of the 126-year-old rail bridge that carries all of northeastern rail traffic over the Norwalk River in Norwalk, Connecticut. It runs right through downtown South Norwalk, SoNo, and it is the Connecticut Department of Transportation's largest program. Here you see a ribbon cutting with Governor Lamont very recently as the new IMAX theater at the Norwalk Aquarium opens. The aquarium, which is a major regional destination, is located about as adjacent to the Walk Bridge as you could possibly get. And so there's a tremendous amount of coordination between the two. We have a welcome center at a corner right across the street from the aquarium adjacent to the Walk Bridge. And before the pandemic, we had many school children come through. We used the Welcome Center for many community events as well. And here you see what Kevin is going to show you in a minute, how school children were relating to the virtual reality treatment that we have about the Walk Bridge program. There's a lovely video on YouTube if you'd like to see the entire few minutes that we actually captured serendipitously. We had a videographer there that day. He saw what was happening and took these shots.
My name is Jeffrey Portal. I'm a project engineer for the Department of Transportation on the Walk Bridge Program Management team. Today we hosted what was our first field trip for a preschool from Greenwich, where we had about a dozen preschoolers come in and we answered any questions that they had about bridges, why bridges are strong, how you build bridges, and then gave them a virtual reality demonstration where they're able to put on VR headsets and headgear and actually look at what the new Walk Bridge is going to look like. Just by looking at the kids' faces the second you put on the headset and they were able to explore the model, you can see when their faces lit up that it's doing a great job.
They learned how bridges were made, what materials bridges are made out of. They were especially interested in animal bridges and how they can safely cross the road. So I think they got a lot of really great answers to their questions. The kids seemed to love the VR model. They couldn't keep their hands off of it, and they were really excited to see the new bridge, how it moved up and down, to be able to go on the boat and see the bridge actually lift. It was very interesting for them. So we're actually going to be working on an initiative and have started to actually coordinate with Norwalk Public Schools as part of their 8th grade bridge curriculum to start doing field trips and presentations and incorporating the virtual reality into those.
In order to support the public involvement program as well as supporting the design and construction teams, WSP developed a virtual reality model using game engine technology that showed the project from what it looks like today. Here we're seeing the existing walk bridge over the Norwalk River. And we're able to look around interactively, move through the model to different viewpoints. And the model also allows the user to cycle through different stages of development for the project, including construction stages early on. At certain points in the staging, users could look at construction activities. In this case, we're seeing the proposed demolition of one of the high towers adjacent to the bridge. And all of this is interactive. It could be displayed via virtual reality presentations like you saw for the walk-in center. It could also be used to develop pano tours, much like you saw for the California High-Speed Rail Authority. The unique thing with this particular project is that this model is also being used by the planning and design team. It's used to facilitate meetings with the contractors and designers and stakeholders, the owner. It's used as a tool to evaluate construction activities and staging by the whole team interactively. Here you see a view of the final design condition, and users are able to change lighting and viewpoints interactively in the model. So as we move forward, we see this being a tool to help support communication to the public for not only what the final project will look like, but conditions during construction, such as construction activities and potentially even issues with traffic and detours related to construction.
Right. We're working cooperatively, Kevin's group and our group, on exactly that issue right now, how traffic detours will impact some conditions in East Norwalk. So now it's time for questions and answers.